It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Dragons of Honolulu taking on the Washington Commanders. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a fourth-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when there are bodies on the field and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow the completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. But he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Evan Ingram from 10 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And this will be our first chance in the new season to see the new fair catch rule for 2023. And this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm that is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Back to throw, here's Stroud. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career. And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career. That is caught. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key. Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game. So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and it's second down. Stroud. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Zadarius Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early. And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction. There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did? Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right? That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. Now it's 2nd and 10. At the 43-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Herbert operating from the red zone. Over the middle, it's complete. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance. I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, Swift. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throw out wide is incomplete. Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. He just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Come on. Check smash.
Again, it's Achane. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Play action. Stroud now.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have him.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And this one is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Stroud off the play fake.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Washington offense back out there. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Herbert's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Play action. It's Herbert. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Second and 10. Again, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well. Think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Stroud to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He has it complete to Hyatt. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Moody good with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. To his running back, Swift on the slant.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. Wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with the catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Jalen Hyatt, his intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now Stroud. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. Down to the 10. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
2 yards to go, second down.
Herbert. It's hauled in by Shepard.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Herbert back to the air. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38. And they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult.
And it's caught. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dragons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. On first down, it's Herbert. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage in a first down.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up second down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first-down-type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Calling a gain of a yard. And now third down and 6 to go.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly. Either guy in double coverage could react.
Hey, ram.
Gonna throw on third down with Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Trying to
to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note of that and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
They'll go. HN. Oh, the defense right there to stop him. Did he get the yard he needed? He did, says the referee. Barely. First down.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
On first down, back to HN.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Play action. Stroud now.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on their heels. Drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. Now a toss right side, HN with it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Dragons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Moody for the PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert now.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And running with power here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a
touchdown, Washington. Evan Ingram. His second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Ryland on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. But the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
So they bring out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Agnew now to return. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. A little juke. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
69 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Justin Herbert looking to pass, and he comes back with 1 complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Reek Woolen, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And as a result, possession switches hands. On 1st down, here's Stroud. Flushed out right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Stroud out of the gun here. It's caught inside the 25. And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Fights loose. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive team.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Devon Achane with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dragons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They'll start on the ground with Swift. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, here's Herbert. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Staying on his feet, flush to his right, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Third and long, it's Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches